Hi everyone, in this video we are going to see input type range. Is a type attribute on an input that allows us to natively create this slider that we have just saw. We can style this input very easily using accent color. I want to specify it because sometimes I tried to use color and it wasn't working, so I wanted to clarify it from the beginning. Then input type range accepts a minimum and a maximum value. By default they are 0 and 100. You can override them with anything you want. You could even give to min a negative value. It's not a problem. Anyway, 0 and 100 they are good values. We can even define a step. So if I define a step of 20, we will see that our slider is going only from one place to the other, not continuously. If we want to define a step, a continuous step, you can define any, and then it will be a smooth thing, like at the beginning. Then we can also define markers on our input range, as you can see here. To do so, we need a data list with the different values that we want. And then we link input range and with the ID of the data list with list. So list markers on the input, ID markers on the data list, and that's it. And then you generally have to specify a step that conforms to the values of the data list. I also forgot that you can give initial value to our input. So if now I say that is 75 and we return back, as you can see now it starts from 75, and then you can change it as you want. You can also define labels for these for the values. So we have something written downstairs. So as you can see, I added a label for every of the options, which will be the text that I display, but it's not the only thing that I have to do. You also need to define in the CSS a few things, plus the writing mode, which defines how is written. If we remove this, it will just not output anything. So this is how we are going to see it now. If we remove this, probably it just don't show anything. Or maybe this is the default behavior. Anyway, you can change it. You could say right to left, and then it changes completely, which is not what you want. It could be even horizontal. Anyway, which is not what you want. This is basically what you want, and that's it. Then we can even define an input type range vertical, a vertical input type range. So the point in this case would be to use this writing mode on our slider. So if you use the writing mode on our slider, it will become a slider, a vertical slider. If you use sideways and not vertical, another possibility, use sideways. This is left to right, but in this case, both for vertical or sideways doesn't change anything, because actually it changes something. Anyway, if you want, you can even have a slider that starts from the beginning, that is vertical, or the other way around. Okay, so thank you very much to have followed this video. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something new. See you in the followings.